as I mentioned before, making simple text posts to your Facebook page aren't the most visually appealing posts. That post that we made, this is our first post, that's not very exciting to look at. If it's exciting information, that's one thing, but an image just adds so much to a post. And when people are using Facebook, they're scrolling through information pretty fast, trying to find something that sticks out to them or something that's interesting. And an image definitely helps that process. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in strategy, which is part 2 of this series. But what we're looking at now is posting images and videos to our status updates. So besides just a status, which you can post an image or a video to, there's the option to choose photo or video. We can upload photo or video from our computer or create a photo album. Now, when you upload a photo or video, it's basically uploading it to your timeline, and it's adding it to a album that is kind of like an uncategorized album of images that were just uploaded without any sort of categorization. So if you were going to upload a batch of photos, for example, from an event or of a new product launch or something like that, you could choose Create a Photo Album, and it's going to automatically ask you to select those photos from your computer, and then when you upload those, it's going to add them automatically to that album. So if I go in and grab a series of images, for example, I have some images here that I could choose. They're just some backgrounds that I've used on my computer over time. I'm going to select this batch of 4 images and click Open, and it's going to upload those photos and then allow me to create an album. So as you see here, it's uploading those photos. It's calling it Untitled Album. So I can call this album whatever I would want, such as desktop backgrounds, because that's what these are. I can say something about the album so that people understand more about what these images are. I can tag these images to a location. For example, wherever these photos were taken, I can tag that location. And I can add a date for these as well. Because if I'm uploading this and the actual event or whatever it was a couple of days ago, I could change that information here. Now, one of the things that's going to happen when you do this is that it's going to place this post in your newsfeed on that date. It's not actually going to post it today. So you might just want to choose Use Dates from Photos and leave it at that, because it's going to pull in the data from the photos, and maybe you're uploading photos with different dates. Maybe one of them was taken last Friday, one of them was taken on Monday. If you choose Use Dates from Photos, it's going to place them in the appropriate order. And I'll go ahead and hit Save. I can choose to order by date taken, or just kind of sort these differently depending on what options are available. Right now, order by date taken is the only option because none of these have dates assigned to them. Now I can say something about each of these photos and add a caption to them individually. I can also tag people in these photos by clicking on somebody's face in the photo and then typing a name and tagging the face. I can also change the time or the date for each of these photos individually, such as by just updating it like so. And then when I go in and maybe let's do that, set these random dates for each of these. So we have our dates randomized now. And after we post this, we will be able to resort these now that they do have different dates assigned. And because we set the location up here, it's automatically set the location for each of these photos. However, you can override those by clicking on the map pin here and changing the actual location for that specific photo. At this point, you can add more photos if you'd like. You can choose to have those photos displayed in high quality, or if you want them to load a bit faster, you can uncheck that. Or maybe if you're uploading a large batch of photos, you can uncheck high quality, and it will upload and display a lower resolution version of the images, which will make the loading time much quicker. When you're done, click on Post Photos, and it's going to post those photos to your Facebook page. You'll see here it's showing us that album, Desktop Backgrounds album. If we go back to our actual Facebook page, you'll see, because I set the date to yesterday for this photo, and July 14th for that photo, and July 11th for that photo, and July 6th for that photo, it's went ahead and added them in individually to my Facebook page on those specific dates. So this is also another good way to get some past stuff up on your Facebook page, is to go and upload a bunch of old photos that are relevant and interesting, but you can go in and you can date them specifically as well. Posting video is relatively easy as well. When you post video to your Facebook page, it is posting it to your page, and it's different than posting a YouTube video to your page. When you go to this option here, photo video, and choose upload photo or video, you need to go and choose the actual video from your computer and upload that to your Facebook page. So you have to have a video ready to post to Facebook. So this hopefully would be a video that you've either shot and edited or prepared in one way or another to upload to Facebook. You can also do this from mobile, also adding photos and all the other information you can do from mobile, as we'll look at that in a later video. But what this does is it uploads the video directly into your Facebook page. And as I mentioned, this is different than adding a YouTube video to your Facebook page. And we'll talk about that when we talk about posting links to your Facebook page. So in this area here, we would choose our video, we would click on open, and we get the little video icon right here, and then we would say something about the video, so we would give it some sort of a caption, and then we would click post, and that's going to start the upload process of that video. You'll see we have this little bar scrolling across the bottom that shows the upload status of that video. All right, so the video has just completed uploading, and it says that it is processing. What it's doing is encoding the video so that it will display well in Facebook. So in the meanwhile, we can edit the video by clicking on this button. It will automatically want to notify us when that processing is complete. So in the video, we can tag people that are in this video. So you could start by typing in their names, and it will display their names, and you can click on their name to tag them in the video. You could tag multiple people. You then want to give the video a title. You can add where the video was filmed, and then add a description for the video as well. And then hit save. And when that video is done processing, it will actually show up on your feed, but it won't show up on the feed until the video is done processing. So if we go back to our actual Facebook page here, we're not going to see that video. It's going to look like you never even made the post, but it will magically appear once the video is done processing. The last thing is events and milestones, and we did briefly go over milestones already, so we'll look at events. If you have actual events that people can sign up for or come to, you can create that event on your page. And a good example of using this for business would be if you were going to do a webinar, you can create an event for that. If you are going to have an open house at your business, or a demo night, or some sort of an event, you can add that here and invite people to that. So you'll see that you have the options for name, details about the event, where the event's going to be located. Notice that it did automatically add your business and its location there, but you could change the location. Add a link for guests to get tickets. If they have to buy tickets or sign up for tickets somewhere else, you can add a link there. You can add the date and time. So we'll go ahead and add, 10 p.m. later today, and then end time of We'll set the same date, but 11 p.m. Do you want to include the weather? We can check that. Category, what does this fit under as far as the event? We could put entertainment and or food and drinks. And then choose only admins can post to the event wall. By choosing that, it does not allow guests or people who have said that they will be coming to your event to post to the wall of that event. I like to leave that just unchecked. People can post their questions, comments, anything that they have about the event there. Makes it easier for you to answer those questions. And then add targeting. If you want to target this specifically only to certain people, for example, if it was, you have multilingual customers and this was only going to be an English language event, you can choose, which language you're going to be targeting this towards. Alternatively, there's gender, relationship, education, interested in, age, location. Location might work good because perhaps people in other parts of the United States aren't going to find this useful, so you can target it to your location. And then you can hit create, and it will go ahead and create that event and post it to your wall. So those are the types of things that you can post to your timeline or your Facebook wall, as it's sometimes referred to as, so that your Facebook page has a lot of interesting things that are going on there. Over time, this will start to fill in. You'll have lots of information that will span months and even years into the future. So keep in mind that this information that you post here needs to be interesting. It needs to be relevant. You don't want to waste people's time. You don't want to confuse them with information or things that don't necessarily fit your business and what you guys are there to do. You want to stay on topic. Don't be afraid to show a little bit of personality in there, but make sure that information is all relevant to what you're doing there so that there isn't any confusion. Lastly, because it is now after 12:20, you can see our scheduled post has shown up. That scheduled post no longer shows as to be scheduled, it shows as an actual live post. So now that we've taken a look at how to post to your Facebook page, we're going to go through and look at some of these other sections that are available here as options for your Facebook page.